Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 4, Episode 10 of War of the Ring, and we are playing with all the expansions. We've got the Lords of Middle-earth, Warriors of Middle-earth on the table. We've got the reference charts for all of our different dice here, and we're about to jump into round number 10. By counting, I was counting last round, the fellowship should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're almost in Gorgoroth at the Doom track, so it's getting pretty close here. Let's keep the momentum going. Before we do, quick shout out to this channel sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We got a number of bookstores out there. Our podcast series, Disclosure from Necronomicon Fragment, Cat 2 Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. You can also check out our Patreon for as little as $1. Can join up as a Pontos Fathomer and help the channel. I will be doing a monthly shout out kind of video coming up, so just to show your appreciation to all of you guys for your support. And let's jump into round number 10. As usual, liking and subscribing. Comments below help us to deal with the all-seeing eye of the YouTube algorithm. Let's collect our dice, grab our cards, and we will proceed to action. So we've got Elven Rope. We've got the Elven Rope tile now in play. So we can put that one on the board. Let's see. You only need wings. Okay, and then let's put the Shadow Player. Shadow Player gets many kings in the service of Mordor, the Lidless Eye, the ships of Great Draft. Okay, so let's grab our dice. And we will go ahead into action here. We'll move these this way. This one this way, this one this way, these two. Sure, so let's go ahead, start off with our Fellowship player. I think we can recruit, going to recruit Elrond or Galadriel. Let's just see if we can do that. Sauron and the Elves are at war. Rivendell is unconquered. You may use a mustard dice to play Lord Elrond in Rivendell. Let's just keep this on the board. So Elrond is in play. We'll use a muster action to bring him into play. And now we are able to... Oh, we can use a muster action, so we don't have to bring a die into play. That we can play Lord Elrond in Rivendell. Oh no, yeah, so we bring him into play, sure, he's in play. And now we can actually, you can keep an action die that we used. Okay, cool, so that's good to know. Let's go ahead with the Shadow Player. They are going to go and attack into Minas Tirith. So let's have that attack go on now. So they've got plenty of forces. We've also got our forces. 5. Let's put some battle cards down. Let's just check our battle cards. We have battle card. Let's see what we've got here. Nazgul is in battle. If your leaders reroll scores in one hit, you may additionally eliminate one more free folk. This is the Black Breath. And we'll have our players come up with a counter attack. They will play the Daylight. They can roll a maximum number of 3 dice during the combat roll, so that kind of puts a squash on them. So they can extra eliminate one person, but they're only going to get to roll 3 dice. So this is kind of, this combat is turned against them a bit. So let's go ahead and roll it. Oh no, I flipped that the wrong way, sorry. This is the free folk. This is the shadow player. They're only able to roll 3 dice, so let's re-roll that. Okay, so shadow player gets 2. We also get 2. It does say that if you're, okay, the leader re-roll, we can do a leader re-roll as well. So let's grab 2 first. So we grab our 2, we'll just take one of these out. And they can take 2 of these orcs out just for real estate purposes. Get some space in there. We can do our leader re-rolls. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Leader re-rolls. Shadow player has 1, 2 leaders to re-roll. And we also do 1 and 1. So 1 and 1. So that's going to do that for that battle. We can discard these. And we'll send a combat die out. Let's go ahead and back to our, so this eye is going to go here. Now let's go ahead and do that leadership. Let's do that move. We will roll a die for them, and nothing avail. Let's go ahead and move that to the pool, actually. Back to the back to our shadow players. They are going to play so these are out. Shadow lengthens. So I guess actually because of this, even though we didn't have the hunt, because we did do that move, before I do that, I think we just have to, let's just do the move. Let's just have them, just for quickness of it. Threats and promises will play this on the table. The free people cannot advance a passive nation into the political track. So we have, we do have these are not passive actually. The Northmen are passive, so they cannot advance. So the Northmen are still back there. They're sort of out of play here. Let's go ahead and, like I said, we are going to reveal the fellowship. We can reveal the fellowship with our leader dice. We're going to separate the companions. Oh, I have to reveal the fellowship at the beginning, right? So that's okay. Let's just reveal the fellowship here. So that means we'll leave. They'll have gone a different path, I suppose. So they're not broken the fellowship because they weren't detected, but I will put the fellowship here on the Cracks of Doom. And I will check in the rules about what to do with Pippin and Merry. So we can do that. So they are starting on the Cracks of Doom. So let's kind of go into what that difference is for the gameplay. So on the Cracks of Doom, in Mordor, the power of the Dark Lord is everywhere. The track is represented by Gorgoroth. If the Fellowship is in minus Morgul and Mornon during the Fellowship phase, a free player must decide to enter Mordor. So they proceed to be on the Mordor track. So we're now on the Mordor track. The Fellowship counter is no longer advanced in the Fellowship track. Create a new hunt pool by placing all the tiles in the hunt pool. So we're going to add these tiles into our hunt pool. And Do not place back in the pool any tile that is removed. Companions of the fellowship can never be separated. So now the companions are stuck in the fellowship. When the free player tries to move, if the tile draw is an I, the hunt damage equal to the number of dice on the hunt box. So the fellowship is still required to be hidden. So we're still hidden, but we're on the Mordor track. So we still are hidden, but we're on the Mordor track. Okay, so that's the way that goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go all in on a battle here from Orthanc into Helm's Deep. Again, we can play some combat cards here. Let's see what we've got for combat cards. Nazgul Leader, we've got Ground Hammer of the Underworld. Oh, the Witch King is not in play. Now we're doing Dread and Despair. Before the combat roll, forfeit 1 or more points of Nazgul Leadership. The free people rolls 1 less dice. And for the other side of this, the free folk, they have a combat to play. Yeah, we're inside the borders of a free people nation. Subtract 1 from all dice on the roll of the shadow. That's advantageous position. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll our combat. That's going to be this versus this. So these are all -1. No hits from the shadow player. We do get 1 hit on them. So we'll just take an orc off the play. We get to do leader reroll, so it's 1, 2 versus 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2. And we also get a roll there, so we get a second one. We'll take 2 orcs off for them. And that's going to do it for these cards and for that combat. Let's go back to the fellowship player. Let's have them play a will, and they'll move these ghost figures here. Ghost army. Back to the shadow player. We'll have them play a card, and they will move we can inflict 1 point of hunt damage following the rules for a successful hunt. So I guess we play this on the table. Yeah, okay, so the Corsairs are on player. Let's inflict an extra hunt damage with that one. Let's go back to the Fellowship. We'll play a card as well. We will play let's actually recruit Galadriel. Lady Galadriel will be recruited as well. Lorien is unconquered. We'll play our Will of the People to be that die. So back to our leadership dice. Let's move, let's recruit some Nazgul again, 2 more Nazgul. Here and here. Next up, we will do our card again. We will check for our player cards. Play if the Army of the Dead is the same region as. Yeah, they're in the same region. Eliminate a dead man figure from the Army of the Dead. Before the combat roll, roll an additional attack using 3 dice and scoring hits on all 4. So let's just leave this here. Yeah, so we'll put that in the same region. We'll eliminate one of these guys for now, and then they can get this extra die rolls here. And we'll go back to muster. Let's have them gain back some of these orcs. Their muster. We get to draw some more cards. So I will grab another card here. Get no quarter. And They also can draw a card. They're going to get Wild Hillman. Recruit 1 Hillman. Next up, there's a move. And this move, army, let's move our elf army down here. And we will get a muster to play a card. And we'll go up and play recruit 2 Sauron regulars again. Recruit 2 Sauron regulars. The Pits of Mordor. Last up, we have a leadership card. We can move and attack with armies. Let's attack again into Minas Tirith. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Let's do leadership rerolls. 2 and 3. And we get 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Okay. Alrighty then. That's going to do it. We did have the thing, eliminate a dead man before the army of the dead. Before combat roll an additional attack using 3 dice, scoring hits on rolls of 3. So let me just roll that because I forgot to do it. Here's 3 dice. 4, 4, 4, they get 3 damage. So this is great. The dead men swept through there. So that's cool. The king of the dead. So we trade that basically. That's cool. So that's going to do it for round number 10. I will see you in round number 5, making some progress, hopefully, on the Cracks of Doom with the Fellowship. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next game. Bye-bye. In the next round, I mean. Bye-bye.